I don't know. Can everyone hear me? Because I'm just such a cool
Yes,
person.
they can hear you, Tyler. They couldn't hear me, but now they can hear me. I fixed it. There was some problems with my audio settings. I blamed Discord. It probably hijacked my mic. But here I am. Hello.
Ooey, ooey, gooey, beep up a doo.
That's right. Up-a-doo. Oh, and happy holidays. Time when
It's Christmas Adam.
Christmas Adam. Okay. Uh, uh
Christmas Adam. Christmas Eve.
Christmas Adam. Christmas Eve. That's right.
I literally just saw a post about that.
The day before Christmas Eve is Christmas Adam. Everyone knows this. This is no, I'm here with my during the holidays you spend time with family. I'm spending time with my chosen family, aka my closest friends. And one of my closest friends is Tyler. You can watch at his channel. Screen
Screen old TV.
TV. There's no con.
No, yeah. Why did you say that?
Screenhole TV.
It's not a con.
It's not a con. Screenhole TV is where you can watch Tyler more often than I. So go check him out. I think there's a link. Title of my video.
Yes.
But we're here tonight mostly because I wanted to hang, but also I thought it would be fun to. Tyler recommended this several months ago.
I think I played it like a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like a year and a half ago that you told me that I should play this. It's on sale this month. I bought it. All the deal. And so we're checking it out. Tyler, why don't you tell the audience without while also keeping it vague?
Yeah, not spoiling anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Give a vague description of what this game is.
You are you're basically in the tech room for a news station. I think it was channel 5 or channel 8 news or something like that. So everything that people normally do for switching cameras, queuing up commercials or videotapes, censoring the broadcast, and including like what stuff to show on camera. Like, let's say somebody is in a camera view where they're giving a look at the camera as if like, hey, this guy sucks, right? Do you want to switch to that camera, or do you want to leave it on the thing that you should be leaving it on? So you get to decide all those things. And as
I'm a switchboard operator.
They can see the menu. Yeah, I don't think anyone can see the menu or the right now.
They should be able to, maybe.
But the game gets pretty dark. Obviously, being involved with the news, a lot of fictional politics comes up.
Bad stuff happens in the world, and the news covers it.
Yeah, some dark, bad shit happens, and you got to cover it, including making a few choices about what should be on the broadcast.
And what shouldn't. As in the title of the game is not for broadcast.
I would suggest, okay, so here's my thing. The game gives you a lot of stuff to do so that you are stressed. So my question is, do you want to just play the game for the story and concentrate on like what's happening in the game, or do you want to have the full experience of being stressed out, having to manage a bunch of mechanics at the same time?
Oh, I want the full authentic experience. Oh, you mean you can make the game not stressful, so you just experience it for the.
Yes, which is what I did immediately after starting the game for the first time.
No, I want the full experience. Give me the stress.
Okay.
Do it.
I don't know how far you're gonna get.
I'm a switchboard operator, basically. I used to a while ago. I used to work for a radio channel called Zoomer Radio, and I was basically live radio switchboard operator. So I did that in real life. And I imagine that this is similar, but for rather than in
Now,
terms of
I don't know how far you're going to get, but content warning, stuff's going to get pretty dark. I will probably be able to warn you before those chapters happen, but
Okay. Do I need to give any like content warnings that would trigger people on Twitch that are
well, I don't know how far you're going to get
fair enough. Fair
in the
enough.
game.
Let's face of this volume.
Waves were just in prettier cages.
Dragon Teacup. Hey, welcome to the chat. We're gonna be playing this game together.
I'm Megan Wolf.
So I have the version of the game that comes with all of the DLC. Is the DLC played separately, like it's separate missions or episodes, or does it get incorporated into the main game as a single thing?
It is. They're all completely separate, as far as I'm aware.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Broadcasts.
You haven't done
That's
anything yet.
past
Go back.
broadcasts. I go
I would say check out the options just in case.
the telethon live and so these are the DLCs, right?
Yes.
It says you do not own this content. That's a lie. I do own this.
I think you have to
I
click
have to install. Okay.
download.
People never happy. It's never enough.
There.
Cannot believe you, Ellen.
That one's
Yeah, I
already-
think the telethon was a free thing, and then you have to unlock them anyways.
you have to unlock them in the story. Okay, even once you've installed the DLCs, you can't play them first. You unlock them. That's neat.
Yeah, you need to know how the game works.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, vague to the people watching, vague content warning on the subject that there's going to be mature subject matter in this game. I don't know what is in this game. I'm playing it completely blind. I'm going in. I know pretty much as you know just from listening to Tyler's description. That's about all I know. So I expect the unexpected. There may be some stuff in the game that you would want a trigger warning for, and not knowing what I'm getting into, I can't really. But we're gonna play this game and we're gonna find out together. Tyler is gonna be like guy in the chair. Feel free to add commentary as much as you want, Tyler, as I play the game. Try to keep it obviously spoiler free, but I don't want to put a muzzle on you and say you can't talk about the game that I'm playing as I'm playing it, because that would be like silly.
Yes.
You're allowed to talk as long as you try to keep major
I
spoilers
get
out.
it.
All right. So, okay, this is different difficulties right here. Story mode is experience the story without the stress. Intern, less challenging. Broadcaster is the recommended balanced experience. And showrunner is a real challenge. That's hard mode, I guess. Non-broadcast mechanics are more frequent and more difficult. Viewers stop watching quicker. This is the one that's recommended.
If you can screw up something, and if you screw up, you lose your audience. So
That would
if
be
you
bad.
go on the highest one, you will lose a lot faster
Okay,
if
well,
you get anything even slightly wrong. So yeah, I would say intern or broadcaster.
I'll start with the recommended broadcast. See where we go. We'll see where we go from there.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
How's everyone doing tonight? How are you doing tonight, Scythes? How you doing tonight, Teacup? Teacup was feeling sick yesterday. Are you feeling better, Dragon? Select a screen before the broadcast starts. Don't wait till you're live. That makes sense.
The first thing you're gonna have is sort of like a tutorial level where they'll explain everything to you.
Day 1, the election. Right. Phone is ringing. Look at all these buttons.
That's my favorite song.
I can't turn it off now that I turned it on.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is
Throw
your
that photo in
audience.
the trash.
You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the 4 small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left.
1,
Don't worry,
2.
I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left.
Left.
These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Throw the flip switch. Okay. Can't do that. Throw the flip switch.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts.
Okay.
Pick any 3 and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Sure. Crazy Neil.
Exercise with ham.
Pre-Christmas crazy stuff. Let's put that in number A. Yeah, and exercise with ham selves.
Boomly.
Johnny Hamself's exercise video. That's gonna be number 3. And Salad Weekly. Come to Bumley. I like Bumley.
Bumley.
Corn and mayonnaise.
You don't see if it makes me cry.
Right, quick as you can, select screen 1.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
What did he say? Something about news titles?
So the channel 2 is going to be the title sequence, and he will go the news tonight, and then you cut to it.
Oh, and I cut to the channel sync. I get you.
You're basically going to have that timer at the top that will tell you when it's about to start as well. So what's happening in the middle is what you're seeing, and then the audience is going to see the thing on the right a couple seconds later. So you have time to censor something.
2, 1. Lovely, mate.
I did it.
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
I see.
Or you
he's
can do
getting,
it now.
Or I could do
when
it
he's
right
talking
now
to his friends.
and getting makeup done.
You're gonna lose points though.
If I do that, well, this is the tutorial. Jeremy Donaldson, I can't.
Comes, switch to screen 1. Now, lovely, mate.
I can't screw up in the tutorial. Need some Ron Burgundy levels of shenanigans? Yeah, Dark, don't worry. That'll come.
Right stick on your wireless controller to move the wave up and down, keeping
with
the
their bold
green bit
promises of
in the
permanent
white
change.
bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe
What is
Yeah,
this?
see, this is the stuff I move the right stick up and down.
The opposition party
And what-
It's just interference, so
Oh,
you
it's
have to fix it.
interference, so I'm
This is what I'm saying. Like,
compensating.
it's something to keep you busy, basically, so that you feel stressed out.
Now is play the other
See.
I turned all this stuff
Make
off.
sure you don't play too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
Got it.
5 seconds to pick an ad.
2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh, I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Okay, I see. We got an advert happening. I see.
We use with you. I thought that was our little secret.
They're selling red sofas, pink sofas. This is the Christmas advert I picked.
Yes.
Where's the Christmassy stuff?
Pre-Christmas sale.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's
Okay.
down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep
Do
it
you see on cameras 1, 2, 3, and 4 beneath it? There's like an orange light.
Yeah.
a couple of seconds is usually enough.
They will turn green or red. Red means don't show that on camera, and green will be like, you should show this on camera. That would be good for the audience.
And orange is like you could if you wanted to, but it's not
Yes.
like it's not a no, but it's not a definite. Yeah. Show red on camera. Dark. I am an intern right now. This is my first day on the
Pick
job.
one. Pick one. You have no signal. Pick something. Pick a camera now.
10 seconds, everybody.
It's my first day on the job. I can't make mistakes this early or I'll get fired. I gotta wait until they trust me and then make all kinds of terrible mistakes.
See how the other ones are red and now Jeremy is green?
Because he's yeah. Let's see.
Megan on screen 4.
Is here with the star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent.
Show them who is the boss. Dark says.
Everything from
Oh, I
Shakespeare
will,
to
Dark.
Go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to
the
2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on
Thunder
several
Twat, that's his name. Thunder
I
Twat.
said to Peter,
It's Blunderclatch,
Blunderclatch.
but they're just making
they're
fun of
making
him because
fun of
he's an asshole.
I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course. A love, of course.
Oh my god.
Oops.
I don't think anyone noticed.
You spoke two best
Get back to
actors,
who's talking.
if I remember correctly.
But yeah, so for those who don't know, this is all full motion video. They really filmed all of these scenes in one take with multiple cameras.
Sure. So, if you're not doing it for...
That's amazing.
What is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan.
That
And
is a
not easy to
beautiful
answer.
question, Megan. I have no idea what she said.
Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed.
Been on that shot a bit long.
That's how.
Oh,
it feels.
shut your pie hole.
That's how it doesn't
I'm in
Oh,
charge
he won't
here.
really be there.
Giving, suffering for one's audience.
When I say Jack
I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference in them. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic
What the-
election?
What did you do?
I pressed L2.
You censored her when she wasn't swearing.
L2 is the censor?
Difficult.
Yes.
Very difficult.
Okay. If they say something terrible, I can censor it before it goes to the air, basically.
So if he swears, so that little waveform is what's on the live broadcast on the right. So you'll hear him swear, like there.
Don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
You didn't tell me, Dave. You didn't tell.
Swap the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
And we're
Go to
out.
the film clip, screen 1.
So when you hear a swear, there will be like 2 seconds before you'll see it show up in that little waveform near the censor button, and you'll know. So you'll visually be able to see interference.
And I want to try to.
We're going to squash the frequency.
You want to hit censor when that little red thing passes, when the waveform that's red, or when you audibly you remember he swore.
Now we're watching the trailer for the movie that he's in.
Yes.
We're going to change the amperature. Same as last time. Hold down the R2 button, but this time move the right stick up.
Told me, but I didn't listen.
I feel like this should be somebody else's job.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
Like I said, that's why I just like did the story version and turned most of this like interference stuff off. And they're gonna add stuff like the temperature of the switchboard on the left. You have to turn the fan on and move it up and down constantly.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Right. In cinemas this Christmas.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you probably notice, the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind the master screen here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up like this. 2 seconds later,
Like this. Doesn't have the camera pointed at what the guy's talking about. You're a regular Aaron Hansen, Josh.
Of course. I can barely hear him. Why is he so much more quiet now?
I don't know.
He was loud earlier.
Yeah, I know. Potato. Potato.
How do I turn up the broadcast volume?
I believe it's L1.
Set to start censoring. Like I say, it
And then
takes
up and
a little
down.
practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro.
Oh, I can see.
You can choose how loud you want the regular and the broadcast.
Hold it down.
You have 12 seconds. Activate camera 1.
Five, four, three.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia
Why did-
are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Go for it, Pat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well,
He's
where do I
drunk.
start? What a day.
Is he a politician?
Yes. They're from the advanced party.
Low-down lying southern bastard trick they had against us. With you,
Change the camera.
you saw right.
What are you doing? You're bleeping.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. So then the grain is funny.
Memorably put.
Bleep.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future.
Oh my god.
So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitted pants on and opening their dusted checkbooks.
Again, colourfully
Nice.
put, but not inaccurate.
Cut back to
But
the person
not
talking.
before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of probably you rather you don't.
Okay, Dave.
Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to
Held it
hide.
down a bit long
And
there, mate.
earlier today,
Listen,
we revoked
I
your
was
Get on the
passport.
speaker, mate.
You want them back?
speaker.
You want to leave like you threatened before the election. That's fine.
Change the camera.
Oh, I was like, what the hell is it beeping for?
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have
Give us a reaction shot.
billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your
That's right.
mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again.
Are these guys on the same party, or are they
Yeah.
opponents?
Look at their podiums.
Just won't get pissed.
I can't
They don't seem like they like each other very much for being on the same.
No, they don't.
Interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully
Fruity
we got that
language.
bleeped out for you
Yes,
in time.
that's what it.
If not,
Fruity.
someone's going to be in trouble. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government,
What did he say? Hopefully somebody bleeped it out, or else someone's gonna be in trouble. Was he talking about me?
with full coverage
Yeah.
today and
They are going to talk about you directly sometimes.
have a
Shut
peaceful
your
vote.
frickin' pie hole.
Now.
And we're out.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
This is some weird fever dream. Am I
This-
dying? or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Oh, I wish I had put that to the live air. Try not to get murdered.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
More info.
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course, you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never
Ouch. Okay, so I managed to get all of the offensive words. I thought a few of them got out.
No, you were bleeping normal things.
I was bleeping so much.
This is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall.
Oh, I'm broke ass poor.
It shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
Yeah, I don't have any shares, so why would I care how their advertisers are doing?
But the advertisers are going to have a certain opinion of you as well.
And down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
The boss likes me. Cool.
Alright, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Pop in there now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Choose any one of them and select load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you
In
want
a
to
few
see.
moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news. But before that, let's
Take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies. Let's look at the At 9.
See.
Right, now let's take a look at the rushes.
Rushes.
Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens.
That's where you can hear everything that they were talking about when you weren't on them.
Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show.
So if you want to hear that guy going crazy after the interview,
Done listening to the backstage secrets. Hit back.
I see. So like, if I want to see the stuff that when I was too busy doing work to pay attention,
mayonnaise.
You don't see
I could then watch it here to see all of it
yeah.
in more detail. I get you. Did the average change from one day to the next?
The adverts change based on which ones you're playing, and yeah, each broadcast.
This is not a movie. This is not some child's tale. This is not a dream. This is reality.
So, like, if you play a Crazy Neil ad more frequently, his business is going to do better.
But you ended up filleting Satan.
So I can affect the business of the people that I have advertisements for. That's neat.
Yeah.
So I got Exercise
Yeah,
with
which
Ham
ones do you play?
Sleeves, The Salad Weekly, and Crazy Neil Winter.
And there's a lot of different
to
video
Bumble.
footage they play for like what you show and everything. So later on in the game, when your decisions actually start showing up on the news, you know, Crazy Neil might be doing a little bit better in his business because you've been showing a lot of his ads, for example.
We've got a big hill and the bus comes twice daily.
Get you.
Visit picturesque St. Bumley this summer and experience a holiday that's simply unlike any other. Come and
Okay.
I, for example, played Crazy Neil ads all the time.
Likes Crazy Neil.
It's funny.
3. I guess I had day 2 off. Unexpected form. You arrive home to find posts on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you open it. It's a form from the new advanced government, asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Name, Alex Winston. My name's Alex. Your spouse.
Your name is Alex.
Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston and Susie Winston, 19 and 14, respectively. Well, you muse, at least they got the basics right. Wow. This is giving me, like... This part is giving me, like, Papers, Please vibes. You know, because in Papers, Please, you had your day job, but then when you went home, you had to feed your children, and if you didn't have enough money, they maybe would die of starvation, etc., etc. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Question 1. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to your new coworkers. Be productive and get to work immediately.
So there's like 20 to 40 different endings based on not only how you do with the broadcasts and what you show at what points and what you don't show, but also how your family is doing.
Interesting. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would help your colleague cover up their violation? Recommend that your colleague reports it. Promise your colleague that you won't tell anyone. Report the violation to your supervisor immediately. That's a tough call.
Remember, this is what the government wants to know about you.
That's right. To the government, I would say I would report it to my supervisor immediately. That's right. Screw the government. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would leave work on time, stay late to ensure you hit the first deadline, leave work early and head to the pub to chat about the changes with colleagues. Leave work early and head home to see your family. I mean... I guess I would stay to ensure we hit the first deadline. It's the annual company barbecue, and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family. Are washing your hair that day? Go if you're free, but wouldn't mind missing it. Have been practicing with your coworkers and think you'll win the talent contest this year. That's the right answer. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memories you have working there. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company. Focus on issues and challenges you face while working there. Refuse to attend. All right. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music or making models. Attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. That sounds like it. What? Surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of the daily grind. Oh, what's the question? Your ideal holiday getaway would be getting away, exploring somewhere unfamiliar, discovering new. A structured day out at a theme park. A romantic getaway with your partner. Tropical island paradise. That sounds lovely. Let's pick that. It is most important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, or equal. All of those are important. So let's go with free. Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable. We appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. Signed. Done.
Your name here.
Alex, whatever. Day 6, a family matter. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. Just drying up a favorite coffee mug, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. Prints faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. There, in the garden. Clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase is Chris, Sam's sibling. Oh, my brother-in-law. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. So sorry for bursting in so late, Alex stammers, but I need a favor. Man. Okay, should I go get Sam? No need to worry, Sam. It's you I came to see. I just need 2 minutes. Heard about the Assets and Wealth Act?
They were talking about how rich people, during the broadcast, rich people are going to start having to pay obscene taxes.
I was paying
So
attention to that. Not at all. Rich people are going to be made to pay more taxes so that, what?
Yeah, they said we're coming for your sports cars and all of that stuff.
Right, I remember.
Rich people have too much money.
I literally work in the news, Chris. Chris's first fist bangs the table. It's total bullshit. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. Sounds like communism. Can't believe they're actually getting away with it. Madness! Which is why I need your help. Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this? Chris's eyes seem to be resting comfortably on the floor tiles. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. My passport? I can't give you that. It's illegal. They've taken mine and half of the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so... Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. So he's rich enough that this new tax thing would affect him. That's what this is. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. You're a wealthy individual. That means you have lots of choices. Choices that the poor people of this country maybe don't have. No, Chris. I'm sorry. Surely there's another way. Can't be that serious. Chris's mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated your children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? It's against the law. I can't help you with this. And you're just my brother-in-law. Fine, I'll solve this myself, Chris spits. Hey, don't spit on my tiles. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the nigh-on fluorescent suitcase. Chris disappears into the night.
Oh, no, Nyan. What
It's
the
definitely spelled Nyan.
Yeah.
You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. It was neon before. It's Nyan now. Don't know why. The peeling face now seems to bore you. The knot in your stomach tightens. Screw the 1%. I got a trophy called Screw the 1%. Yeah! That's right. Screw the 1%. Screw them. Right where the sun don't shine. Time to go back to work. Day 8, the fallout. Where did my Walkman go? Look at my calendar.
First of all,
you guys see my calendar?
Get the power on.
Yeah.
You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts.
Oh, yes.
You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Should we play this? Is this toy safe, Mr. Snugglebugs?
Snuggle hugs.
Snuggle hugs. Can I preview them?
Nope. You could just read the title on the front.
See, they've finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode. Because
Pick your commercials.
come at the start. It's really simple, mate.
What are you looking at?
There's 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer. You can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be
So you're now gonna pick the headlines that are gonna be read out.
The headlines.
You choose to show these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
So they might be like, here's a picture of orphans, and there's orphans sad or orphans happy. You get to pick. You should turn on the first video, though.
Dogs have their own secret language.
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge.
You have 5 seconds to pick one of those 2 images.
The new future might hold, with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future.
We are.
Out with the old. Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO.
2 seconds.
Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class.
I wanted to hear more about what he had to say about her before I decided which.
You can change it until the timer hits 0.
Oh, okay.
The stock's rising 30 points.
You should at least pick one.
In her first press conference,
As like a default option.
I don't know what happens if you don't pick anything.
Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's Taint.
Dante's
The
Taint.
discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush.
Look at
one of the
number
capital's
2.
hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch,
Can we
has kept her
post this?
firmly in
Isn't
the
this
public eye.
scandalous?
Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers?
Are we a tabloid?
How is that different? How is that different than what normal news does?
Promising a radical new position on crime. How afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that, a mega move for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds back, everybody. Can we get the guests in quickly, please?
We actually activated the book Indestructible because people tried to...
You need to play the intro.
Oh yeah, the intro.
I need the interference.
Oh.
You're about to fail the broadcast. R2 and move it left and right and up and down. F you up.
You've let too much interference out, and the audience switched off. Jesus. It just, the game started screaming at me, and I didn't know what was going on. Okay. Okay.
I told you it's stressful. That's why I had all that stuff turned off. Yeah, you got to do that all again, by the way.
I just want to say one thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So, like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
says theirs gets really hot.
Is this
Yeah,
jealous
like,
because dogs have their
I
own
would think
sense of humor?
interference is somebody else's job, no? Like,
Not the best source of consumer advice.
Yeah, but it's
that's
a
the
video
network's
game.
that's the network's job, not the switchboard guy's job.
Go to Jeremy. Go to Jeremy. Go to Jeremy.
I got it.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson.
You have not indicated that you've got it.
At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country,
our
I'll be asking
our
my
viewership
guests
is going
if we're on
up.
the way to a new future.
I wish there was a number, like it told me how many people are watching right now, as opposed to a bar, a health bar.
Gives us a sense
Like
of
to
the
see how
influence
many.
of young Firebrand, who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Rillington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snuggleheart. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety.
Indeed.
Making a splash.
That's why I didn't play it.
Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought
Dante's
unreachable,
taint.
but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully
This
reach
stupid bro.
the
So
imposing
you
central
turn
cavern
you,
and the
you
undiscovered
can switch
plant
specifically
contains.
those things
This
off.
is, of course,
I guess that's what
You could switch
story
all
mode
of the
is.
distraction stuff off and just worry about video
In a
switching.
joint
Yes.
statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs.
Should I
The footballer
show
was
him
caught while out
puking?
celebrating being named Sports Personality
Oh,
of the Year.
now's a good chance to
As
see what
reported by this very
Jeremy would say differently.
Johnny is seen here
That's
with
true.
socialite and
I should have
performance
made different
Tiffany
choices just to
Lamar,
see
whose recent show,
how the
Snatched
choices
Inside
impact.
Inside
Because
My Snatch,
replaying the
has kept
same
her firmly in
thing
the public
is a unique opportunity that I won't get to do all the time. I'm assuming.
and grievous bodily charm.
No, unless you go watch the like Russian.
I'll pick a different
Like
I'll
video
pick the other
feed,
picture
and
here.
then- yeah, you,
live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and mega more with a group of young actors
People like
already
that.
experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand.
all right, ready with the title screen, and remember the interferences are
That's what's coming
too.
up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Spirits.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up.
The free man's
Alan,
guide
the government
to
certainly
wake.
haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great
I love
herd,
this guy.
Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book.
Alan James is right.
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking
Indeed.
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people.
Oh, I didn't censor the
Maybe they've
bollocks.
rebranded, but it's
I
all a
don't
little
consider
too bad
bollocks
because
a
of
curse
seeing
word.
behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've
This is a very UK
It's obviously a British game. Yeah.
game.
Grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
That's based on the facts. Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
He brings it back out.
science and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're
Guy's
sustainable.
crazy.
If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on
I can't believe I'm playing his ad.
that could be catastrophic.
You can still switch it.
Catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat
Can I?
here talking about their puppet show.
Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid?
You didn't play an ad.
Shut the
Oh,
fuck
no, you're
up,
playing
Alan.
it.
I've
My
never
bad.
heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately...
Oh no, it's not live. I thought I switched to these cameras and it was going live. The ad overrides everything. I see now.
How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
What a
Shit,
cunt.
Will. She's good. You know she is.
I know,
Have a
right?
word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Little Jakey's going to the big bird caught you with water.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are
What?
calling
Oh,
a
the-
solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems closer. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Oh my god.
I've got you, What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country.
Oh, there's stuff going on outside. I didn't even realize I had witnesses.
Caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
She's breaking up with him on live TV.
Just hang on. Oh, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Oh,
The affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. By Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective.
Ellen, I would have expected this from your sister, but not from you.
When are you going to realise I'm not her, Greg?
You're long for a return
Oh
to
my
the base, and
God.
you could safely walk the streets of your community.
I wanted to keep
looking
watching.
into the open, generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cough.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore?
We're okay.
Where have we gone
We're okay.
wrong?
I saved it. I saved it.
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay.
Saved it.
We've diluted our culture and lost touch
Sure.
with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the
I see why you
Sunday
quickly
sermon
disabled this
probably
bullshit.
shouldn't have banned hanging.
And
Yeah.
to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays, and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that. Oh, bugger, hang on a moment.
What?
Jeremy, you bloody gypsy state.
Bugger.
Delia,
Bugger is a
Delia,
swear.
Give me a little help, please, dear. Delia, could you give me a little help, please? As I was saying, Jesus
Bugger
didn't
is a
like immigrants
swear?
much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gift space.
And
Off you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this...
What kind of game are you making again? Said the actors.
As I was saying, Jeremy, decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our
To be fair, people would be filming this not for a video game.
That's right. That's right. You're very correct.
Hide under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality force. Right, hopefully uninterrupted. It's time to get to the heart of the matter.
She says the hall is absolutely fine for Sunday.
After serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you
No,
tell us
I'm
what's
not
like
gonna be
in
doing
prison,
that.
Tony?
Titwank Tony. Titwank Tony. It's bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that
Titwank
party
Tony.
as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Open!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Open!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this?
Open!
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh?
What the fuck?
Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Jesus!
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal
No
there, Tony.
fucking way. Let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened? Well, the viewer at home have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with... Go away.
Get ready with an ad.
After these messages.
1 minute back, everybody. 1 minute back, everybody.
Well,
You've not played an ad.
smooth, incisive journalism.
I did.
can have you fired.
I can have you.
I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I'm okay.
What the hell is this advert?
I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be? What's this on you?
10 seconds, everybody. We're gonna open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5.
We're gonna open up, Megan. You want to bet? You want to bet? You want to bet?
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the
She said
four
black,
beneficiaries
not
of the
back.
Access and Wealth Act,
Yeah.
a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths
What?
teacher, aren't you?
What?
Yes, that's me, Jeff.
Oh, it's too long on the same
Maths is
camera.
really important.
Yes.
Thanks, Steve. Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history.
It's like, why is it screaming? Too long on the same thing.
Around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank. but
Jesus,
his
this
secretary
game.
retrieved it from his room and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also
What?
threw it in the bin.
So sometimes it's screaming at you and you have no idea, and you're like panicking trying to figure out what's wrong, you know?
And next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow.
I guess that's the
well,
point.
I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day. And so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant.
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
It's weird how many people think it's okay to swear on the news.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone, dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi, Gary.
Oh, heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
This is terrible.
Maths is for losers.
This is
What?
Maths is for
terrible.
losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad
This is
little
the
girl
worst play I've
with
ever seen.
two gay dads
I've seen
who's
fandom
all
musicals.
alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist.
Which one? Come on, out somebody.
Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah.
Say your own.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
All of them.
So yeah, if you do it in time with the beat, the camera switching, the beat is the little flashing green bit on the right there. Then you'll get bonus points.
It's my choice to remain. So stop now, make a different choice.
I think you're about to get this whole station fine. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get the whole station fine.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your crew raps. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Oh, where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Okay, let's look at their knees. Nice close up on their knees.
Life's pretty hard on a council
Stick with the knee shot. Stick with the knee shot. Okay, switch to their faces. Back to the knees. What?
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Oh my goodness.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Dalton. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
What's the
Get ready for more
left
bags,
foot?
honestly.
believe
Station fine. I missed that
I
before.
believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but doesn't make it so.
Oh no. I just got a trophy called Consequences for playing the advert about Mr. Snufflehugs. It's a Furby. Uh-oh. Segment grade. Sequence D. E. Let's see what I did wrong. Language unsuitable for children. Yeah, yeah. An interference-free show. Okay, well, I handled the interference. An exceedingly poor edit. Sloppily timed commercial breaks. You have received a significant reduction to pay, but I'm already broke as poor. Crippling debt. I'm now in crippling debt, and the Channel 1 hates me. What? What? What a terrific day at work that was. Lulled them into a false sense of security. Showed them. Boss. Drive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. Recognize Sam's hurried scroll. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. But I thought he was rich! You know where this is. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this is your fault now, is it? You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading, but somehow defiant. You let him go as long as he promises to be home by 11. Tell Charlie no, he knows he's not allowed out this late on a school night. Ah, let him go. He's a teenager. Get out of it. Clearly surprised. Practically races out the door. You doze in front of the movie, waiting up for his return. Start awake to the sound of the TV static. It's gone midnight. There's no sign of Charlie or Sam. It's a school night and he promised, so you go over there and march him home. You're tired and in a bad mood. You trust Charlie. He'll be home. No. He's an hour late. I'm gonna go get him. Arriving at the friend's house, you find your son, who miraculously notices the time when he sees you. May think you were born yesterday, but at least he apologizes. That's something. You recognize that cheeky, mischievous look. You can't help but let him off this time. What a kid, that Charlie. Day 48. Oh. Tight Christmas. Can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. Sitting at the head of the table, your dad's place. It's a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. The clatter of, when I picked this, when I asked you if you wanted to play this game with me tonight, I had no idea it was a Christmas game. How about that? Perfect timing.
It does cover like a year.
Oh, I see. The clatter of cutlery.
Since Christmas is in something doesn't make it a Christmas game.
Sure it does. Is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You make a toast. You stay silent. Ooh. What do I do? What do I do, Tyler? Do I make a toast? Or do I shut up? Or Or do I talk to Grandma?
Oh, you don't ask me. You're the one doing this.
I'm gonna talk to Grandma. Mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself with a start of recognition. Yes, thank you, Alex. It's lovely. It's been happening more and more lately. Oh no. Clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares. He's still staring at me. Jesus Christ, Chris. I'm gonna make a toast. Stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. Glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses, but Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you. Chris? Sighs Sam. Come on now. It's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? Sam's right. Let's try and enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not gonna like this, am I? You joke. Susie rolls her eyes. You know, me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year, Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Suze. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Chris, do us all a favor and shut your mouth. Or ignore Chris and smile at your daughter. I'm going to smile at my daughter. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures, Susie gushes. You sigh and lower your voice. You know, money is really tight right now that Grandma's staying here. Just don't have that kind of money, Suze. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. I'm in crippling debt already. Oh, wait a sec. All right, fine. We'll find a way to make it work. Happy holidays. Susie's grin stretches from ear to ear. You mean it? That's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She hugs you tight before pulling a cracker with her little brother. Their grandma watches them proudly. Try not to think about how you're going to find the money for the trip. Merry Christmas, sweetheart, is all you can say. Selling the other kidney? Did you see it switched from crippling debt to selling the other kidney?
No, I missed that. I did pretty well with my family, honestly.
Look, current wealth, top left corner, selling the other kidney. Welcome windfall. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal Advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm their receipt and validation for the new Assets and Wealth redemption scheme. Hopefully, this will make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. As such, it's our pleasure to enclose a check, which we hope you will see as a symbol not only of our gratitude to you, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A check, and a sizable one at that. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing the wealth. Good! We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forever forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. The weight of your financial burdens lessens slightly. It's a bliss.
Which, if you gave your passport to your brother-in-law,
Wouldn't
you
get that
wouldn't
check.
have gotten that.
Now our current wealth is not worrying every day. That's nice. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year, you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages and finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers. and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure that we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement, kissing you. They grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. Ignore the message you need this weekend or apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. Fuck Bozeman. He doesn't know that I got his message before I left. He didn't speak to me personally. He has no way of knowing for sure that I received the message. Therefore, he can be angry all he wants, but it's not my fault. Message deleted. What was that? Comes a voice from behind you. Nothing important, you reply as you put on your coat, adrenaline coursing through your body. Grabbing Sam around the waist, you practically slam the front door. You might as well enjoy your time off. You're going to pay for it on Monday. Yeah, screw Mr. Bozeman. This is my time off. My anniversary comes once a year. Day 75, an unwelcome return. Get to work Monday morning. Get some sour looks from your exhausted colleagues. The note sits waiting for you. So, did I miss out on like a whole day worth of work? Like a whole day worth of filmed content because I made that choice? Wow.
No.
No? Okay, so all that stuff is still gonna okay. You get a note sits waiting for you. The immaculate script is blood red. I'm very disappointed, Winston. Was it worth it? I think so. I think it was worth it. Spent the weekend with my wife. Can't think of a better way to spend permission. Son Charlie hovers at your elbows as you find yourself striving to achieve. Are you an active member of the team? You like reaping the benefits of cooperation. Jolly cooperation. Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forwards together.
Would you like to be like that Nazi boy in Sound of Music? Join the Go-Getters today.
This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. In fact, Forwards Together is in fact this same slogan of the Advanced Go-Getters. It's like a brainwashing camp to get kids politically motivated. Huh. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything. You sign your permission slip for your son to join Advanced Go-Getters or refuse to sign the form for your son. I don't know. Advanced did send me a pretty big check. I mean, I can afford coffee right now because of them. And they want to make the 1% pay. I don't see a problem with sending my kid to a brainwashing camp run by those people. Sure, you can go. Your son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active part of the community. It can only be a good thing. That's what I think. I have yet to see a reason why I shouldn't trust Advance. Well, actually, that's not true. The one guy, Peter, what's his name, was drinking during the interview. He was sloshed. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the posts sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advanced government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality. By nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country, the Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in their manifesto? No. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent, high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. Eye of the Beholder Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in all of our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Or Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel or even just some you time. Can't say pleasure without leisure. Huh. This feels like an important choice. Which one did you go with, Tyler?
I think my first time around I went with Eye of the Beholder. I don't remember, just because it sounded like, cool. But I don't know I don't remember how it impacts you.
Our business is your pleasure. That sounds lovely. I would like your business to be my pleasure. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form. I did want to tick Eye of the Beholder. Decided that's what you... Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form using the envelope provided. You will receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. Seems even advanced can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. Fair enough. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together. Just how much influence could you have? Pleasure. Teenage rebellion. You step out of your old car in silence. Sam slams the door, and you wince, hoping the door won't come off its hinges. You don't say anything. Now's not the time. As you approach the front desk, you feel physically sick. A police officer asks you to wait. What happened? Eventually, after what seems like an eternity, your daughter is brought out by an officer with a kind face. She's a good kid, but if we pick her up for graffiti again, we will have to charge her. You nod and apologize on Susie's behalf as Sam hugs your shell-shocked daughter. As you shake her hand, the officer lowers her voice. Keep her away from that boy, and I think she'll be fine. There's a boy in her life, and he's a bad influence? In the car, you attempt to broach the subject, but Susie refuses to say a word. After a while, you give up your questions about who this boy might be and just drive. Hours later, you stare at the ceiling, worrying. Stillness in the bedroom is the only sign that Sam is also wide awake. Who is Susie hanging out with? Why is she acting out? Neither of you are going to
because they didn't join the Go-Getters or whatever?
No, that was our son, Charlie. Charlie joined the Go-Getters, not Susie. Susie asked for permission to go travel abroad, and I let her.
Oh, right.
I sold my left kidney so she could travel abroad. Say this game takes place over a course of 1 year.
Actually, no, it's like multiple years.
Multiple years.
You're barely anywhere through like the first third of the game.
Wow, this game is huge. And you're just talking about the default game, not even the DLCs?
Yeah.
How big was The Tempest? I'm back to work. I think it's 10 to midnight. I think this will be the last day that we do.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Yes, it
How's
does.
it going with Steve? Why are all men such pricks?
That well, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fish.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative, A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight.
Did you pick
on
any
thousands of buildings
ads?
throughout the capital.
Not yet, no.
In an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
Joyous Screws, check your prostate. Sure. Yeah. I want to put that.
Could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly
Well.
overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Johnny's secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I think it's safe to say
I
that
didn't
the
even know it said test
This is one
results.
celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport.
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them,
Mr.
Remington's
Snugglehugs
CEO,
disaster?
Sophia Remington today announced a
What
brand
happened?
new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product
It attacks
was quite a
children.
shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead
First
of its
male
time, the
contraceptive pill?
contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
They got a new, intro. Oh. Wait. I got it. Stupid thing. Yeah, they got a new intro and he's got a co-host. Honestly, I like his co-host better than him. He's a prick.
After the Christmas horror caused by Mr.
No, she was there. She just wasn't always sitting at the table.
She
did the
wasn't.
interview with the
She
Spurs
wasn't.
guys.
She wasn't a co-host. Like she wasn't an anchor. She was a. She was like a. She handled the interviews.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy.
The intro just before
just
said with the whatever this guy's name is, Jeremy, whatever.
Jeremy Dobson.
Yeah, it before it said the nightly news with Jeremy Dobson. It didn't say with Jeremy Dobson and Megan. Even though she was there, you're right, but she wasn't.
Now upwards of 8,000 casualties might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all, after what you lot did. Irresponsible.
So you'd only be getting this because you played that ad.
As you can see, Megan,
I'm only
there's
getting this
completely
because I
different.
played that ad.
here. I'll tread
Yeah.
carefully. I'm going
Ow.
to speak to Timmy now.
That kid got injured because of the Mr. Snugglehugs toys.
Can you see me?
This would be an entirely different broadcast.
That's
We're
crazy.
Television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
And you be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy,
Whoa.
can you tell us
Did
what
that?
happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already.
Stormy outside.
He smelled like love.
Ah, yes, that'll be the fur. scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like
Oh,
our cat,
fuck the bro.
before he got in the way
Static.
of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehug say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes.
Is it the weather that's
like
affecting
Daddy's
it?
best friend. But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here.
Or is it other
She could
broadcasts
have
for
I
the
don't
channel?
know.
$29.99. And then it's the General Era 41.
And his
Careful.
and then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that
Uh.
real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds.
No, that sounds like true stories of Furbies, to be honest with you.
Right, that's quite enough of you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Calm down, you're
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, Vic. Come on.
Mr. Tadlock.
Oh, your poster, your favourite poster, Timmy. Are you okay? Oh.
So then. Wonderful tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
My espresso here.
Contact lens.
My espresso here.
Months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for
Oh.
when spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan,
This is a fun game.
experts advise
I can
to
see
always
why you
check for the new
wanted me to
advanced
play
mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal,
Okay,
the government
honey.
were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
Seconds. Dog is up.
Sure. In the meantime, I'm just double checking the wiki. So basically, if you did play the broadcast, if you did play that Mr. Snugglehugs ad, yeah, that interview was for the child who was basically like brutalized by the toy. If you didn't play the ad, though, instead it would be an interview about those people who are like the rich people who are taking their clothes off in protest. So you'd get an interview with some rich people who were like, "We're gonna go streaking because it's gonna go against the government or whatever."
What were you saying?
So because you played the Mr. Snugglehugs ad,
Yeah.
this interview is this child who was like, like hurt by the toy, and then that devolves into chaos. If you didn't play the ad, instead, the interview that you have are some rich people. Remember, there was like rich people getting nude as like a rebellion against the government.
Yeah,
like they're taking their clothes off. It would be an interview where that the interviewer Robin is talking to those people instead, and then they take their clothes off live on the news, and you have to cut away from it.
before I see their nudity. Oh, I wish I had.
Stick around. You won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back. Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
She's bursting.
She's very good. Megan.
Also, if you didn't play the ad, the conversation between Jeremy and Jenny are completely different.
2 cars of a day and an enlarged prostate.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
Pressure on the bladder. This can cause trouble starting to pee, and it can cause laundry-based trouble between you and your she-demon of an ex-wife. So what caused this big old prostate in your bum? Well, Sorry, me and the doctors, we don't know. But I can tell you, as you get older, your body changes. And that's okay. If you're worried about
That's
your
what it
swollen
says.
bum
Yes,
sack,
I understand that, but I always say
God's
welcome
sake.
back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you
Procedure
do. I've got one
is
hat
easy,
on.
it's quick.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right,
Gary.
fine. Jenny, there's nothing wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds. Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not
Rectums.
fixed this?
Check
Want to
them.
see us fry? Good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
National Nightly
Welcome
News.
back to the National Nightly News.
Welcome
I'm
back to
Megan
the
Wolf.
National Nightly
Coming up
News.
later,
I'm
we'll
Megan
be
Wolf.
speaking to the Prime
Coming up
Ministers
later,
about their
we'll be
exciting
speaking to
new
the Prime
healthcare
Ministers
facilities,
about their exciting-
transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan, you joined me
Can
live
I,
in the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far.
What?
I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season.
Can I affect whether the public prefers Jeremy or Megan, depending on who I give more screen time to?
No, not that, but other things.
Other things I could do to make one of them look good or one of them look bad to affect the
there's
opinion.
something that happens. There's something that happens much later on, where depending on what you show to the audience, increases or decreases your standing with the government. Yes.
First to start, as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid. Eddie Striker.
I want to try to get Jeremy
Nice
fired.
start there from
That's
Striker.
my
She's
mission in
determined not to
life.
let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
Tyler will remember you said that.
Using his arm to pick up the ball.
Brum, like a Skyrim,
Not a bad shot
like
there
quest marker.
from Harris.
Get Jeremy fired.
Number 3. All right.
It's Megan's show now.
She's gone to sort of throwing out
What?
her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
Well, we just saw Fanny on the nightly news.
To Harris. Bit of business with the
I want to
ref.
try.
Sorted out. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted
I just want you to remember that you said that.
out. A ball in the
That's
hands,
all.
we're 2 in the bush. Move back. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope the round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
As you do. Now they're on opposite
And of
ends.
course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense.
What? They go to the other end and then they go back to the start.
Striker giving it large. Second round, Striker Double. Harris wins around 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch.
Uh-oh.
She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Trying to ignore all of that security. I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we've broadcasted without consent. We're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies. Yeah, all right, great.
Women's
Okay,
bodies and
round
yeah,
2
comment
now.
on women's
Harris
bodies,
determined to close that
dumbass.
massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that a fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
What?
The ground sound. Come on.
Both sides of the bucket. Excellent bit of play here on both sides.
Get your shit together.
I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, we've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Billington Fish. On my whistle, on my whistle. Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at
No, we don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
On display for all to see.
That's not. We don't want to see. We don't want to see that.
Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face.
Oh, we we got the genitals all over the nightly news.
He'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Thank you. Not bad.
What game even is this? But poor. You but poor.
Not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
What? I don't understand the rules of this game.
And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps. And yes, Harris has countered with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play.
He countered with a tiny bell.
She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like...
Oh, again, we got the nude people again. Both of them.
We're showing them.
Yeah, I know. That's
I mean, there's only so much we can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they?
I am taking my responsibility seriously, Tyler. Who knows how many sexual awakenings that we have just engaged for the young children of the young children.
Oh yeah, the young children watching the news.
Yeah, the young children watching the news.
Young children are going to be influenced by actual sports people more than naked people on the news.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a 9 round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
What sport is this?
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting, juggling it around from her hands.
Oh, thankfully there's only 2 minutes of it
as if it was an egg, and now she's and she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on from Striker. But she's in it to win it. Harris's ball. On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef.
Beef, a swear
And he's
word?
peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris! Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic... There we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump! We just have to wait for the referee now to announce...
Can't wait to see the letter from the boss about how much nudity I let slip onto the show.
And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championships
is. Everyone! Okay, the ref off the grid once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in Sports Ball Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals. They're 6th and 7th.
Oh, what's going on?
And thanks again for watching
Don't bullshit. Don't bullshit.
I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I have to say, Jeremy, is see you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a double.
Well done.
I'll have you know.
Fair play, well done. You laughed a bit, but I think we got through it. Well done.
I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages. That's coming up.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me.
Did it shock him because of what I did? That's awesome.
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
She hitting on her?
Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge, and some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker.
Basically, your camera switchers are going to be electrified at some point, so don't use it while there's electricity on it.
And if I do too many times, I could die, he said.
So good to see you again.
Yeah.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right. Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
I just realized something. Is there anything stopping me from playing the exact same advert 3 times throughout the show? Like all 3 commercial breaks, same advert.
I don't think so.
10 seconds, everybody.
I gotta try that one day. Just play the same advert.
5, 4, 3.
Ow.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers.
People who yet benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is my close-up camera, okay?
It's camera 4.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school.
When I'm 13.
My granddad, he collapsed that morning, so we'd all to...
What would happen if I turned off the power of the whole station right now?
The viewers would go down
This
very quick.
this power button right here, because I have a big switch.
And he said to me, Peter, I said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching cricket. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
Careful.
He said shit.
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity.
Are they killing poor people?
They choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just giving me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies.
Fry me asshole.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got saps again. Can I get a little bit of help here? Please.
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive. Right, no.
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine.
What the fuck? I lost all my viewers.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Yeah, you're making the poor censor guy jobs very hard.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a point pace.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
You got 25 seconds. Just be careful.
Thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
So they just...
Oh no, I'm passing out.
Actually, I suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Did I die?
Oh, look at that. You unlocked some
Live and
stuff.
spooky DLC unlocked. So the fact that I unlock that, does that mean that it takes place chronologically, like in some of the many days that get skipped over? Right? Because it skipped from like day 50 to day 70 or whatever, right? So it's like it was in there or whatever?
Wow, you're reading into it with like the level of a Tumblr fan. the game came out, it did well, and then they made some DLCs. I believe some of them might chronologically take place during the game, but they don't actually like affect the overall story or anything.
I see. I received another reduction to my pay.
Tyler was Sora in Phantom Hearts, but he was then Gavin in Star Explorers. Does that mean Sora was a tech person in a different world? No. Calm down, everyone. Sorry, that's not you. That's just something other people have like legit said.
I was just asking if it was like if they take place like concurrently with the rest of the broadcasts.
And I apologize, but I got mad about something completely different.
I mean, you can see the dates of the broadcasts, right?
Yeah,
day 8, day 153. So
I believe Live and Spooky does take place around day 200.
Okay, makes sense.
Because like we hadn't met Patrick Bannon yet. This is the first like time we saw him.
Wow. Well, I did say that would be it for the stream. As much as I might want to continue playing, it is past midnight. But that was fun.
Oh, you'll go nuts for what the next bit is.
I'll go nuts with the next part.
Yeah.
Like the very next part. Should I play one more day?
The next broadcast. It will be long though.
The next broadcast.
I mean, I'm around. I'm not doing anything.
You're not getting too tired?
No.
You want to do the next one?
Go for it.
All right, let's do one more. I thought it was cool how because a significant amount of time has passed and the broadcast obviously changed, right? Megan obviously got a promotion. She's like a co-host now. And she's obviously getting equal billing to Jeremy. Whereas before she was just on the show as corresponding kind of thing. And they have a whole new intro. It's that's cool. I imagine that's gonna happen a couple times where the show will evolve.
Yes.
Day ? The lockdown? Fuck.
Oh, thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now.
Oh.
Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged.
It's the Mr. Snugglehugs.
They're attacking the station?
You need to let go of R2.
Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again.
The
Must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
We'll be going live to the National Nightly News.
Well,
Do you see the one that's called internal use only?
There's no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism.
Whoa, Jeremy has a new haircut.
Everything is where it should be. It's
So this was actually filmed during COVID.
Of course, Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Oh,
Thanks,
shit.
Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
There's actually a documentary about how they continued working on this game and giving everyone, they had to train all these people in how to set up their cameras and mics and lighting just so they could all record simultaneously as well.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Internal use only, huh?
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefox? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir crazy?
With no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in a Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in
Previously rejected as unfuckable?
Transformation. Popular cemetery Johnny Handsleeves, who has recently been suffering with his health, sent us this photo today, presumably in a pathetic attempt to stay relevant at a time of global crisis.
Since receiving his test results, things in Johnny's life have taken a surprising turn. He's certainly using the lockdown to reinvent himself.
It seems that rumours that Johnny has been ill were just that, and that he has, in fact, developed superhuman powers. Renaming himself Captain Hat, he has pledged to fight crime, mainly in the agricultural sector.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborgen Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized...
Wait, they're still trapped under there?
Many of the Sporsborgen Horgensbrood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Sporsborgen Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica Sporsborgen Wongensvoord here with a little update from Dante's Taint. This year's going to be our biggest ever harvest, and
Dante's
autumn's
Taint.
2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think. There's no real day or night down here, and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there, it is Wong's Day, the 4012th of Jamboree, or as you call it, Pissmouth Day. Or possibly Boxing Day if we're a bit out, so happy Pissmouth. I hope you get all the presents you asked for left under your Pissmouth tree. I'm hoping to
Stop swearing!
rocks. See you in September. Helvetica out.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the
This
formerly
game.
rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who manage to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere. If those rich bastards think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy?
And Advance speaks out. With the Snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening, and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. In these difficult times, it's
What's
important
that
we
in
all
there?
feel
There's a
united, that we're all
Can I
in this
zoom in on that?
together. And for a short time, we must bear significant change. To help myself come to terms with these tough but transitive
What's what and where?
I've written a list of
So
things
there's
that are
something on the
just as
board
gentle
over there.
as
It looks
all
like
of
there's a
this discomfort.
picture of a guy with some
Thought it would
text
be
below it.
helpful to share my list with all of you.
I believe there's also a ghost in the photo of you and your
Your
friends.
child's school play. Youth.
Whoa.
Beauty.
Is there?
Things you still don't talk about.
What
Your
is
New
that
Year's
in the top right
resolution.
corner?
Your husband's hairline. Your waistline. Your term in office. Your fleeting lifetime. And all of human endeavour.
How many of those things did they make, and why are they
I hope
constantly
my
attacking
relatable
my
list
station?
has allowed you to find reassurance, to know that just as these things pass us by, so too will this crisis. Together we will endure, as we always have. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Long.
What are you? What?
I like her.
Don't, why do you do that?
What are you doing? That's losing points. I don't even know.
I'm censoring Jeremy for no reason. I'm trying to make it sound like he's swearing when he's not. So, like, I'm censoring it at key points in time when it's like he could add a fuck in here or something.
See the Mr. Snugglehugs took over the intro?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, lovely. Well, I'm going to count us in. All right, here. You ready?
Oh my god!
First tonight,
Alex, they're on the tower.
and most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Rimington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Rimington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snugglehugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Rimington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Rimington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hanging toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Rimington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its far under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
That'll be my feature she's making up next.
Rimington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts,
Flardinium,
will
huh?
outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did. I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged.
Go to the break? Did he say go to the break?
Are they dangerous, say, to children?
You have a break ready?
No, he.
They're explosive fun. Sophia Remington, Dr. D.
Do you have
Thank you.
tapes in there?
I do, but it doesn't let you go to the break early. See how they're locked? I could
Go
now.
away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we.
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
Mate, it's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See
Wait.
you, mate.
Dave's coming home to get his job back? Isn't that my job? Didn't I replace him? You can't have your job back. It's my job.
You not seen this mad advertisement?
No, what's
Exactly, you said it, I've said it. He down. Your pillow though.
what's going on with this advertisement? What is it?
It's the photo of
It's been showing like people in love with dinosaurs, but it's an advance ad.
You never know what's lurking in the water. The advanced go-getters. We
Wow.
can't believe you fell for
Okay,
it.
coming back. In 5, 4.
We can't believe you
3.
fell for it.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Ruth. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Even the cheap
Sorry to hear
seats.
that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in
Wait,
paperback.
Alan James's Reich? I thought it was Alan James is right, not Alan James's right.
Yeah, she said. She also said her name was Megan Roof, and you didn't say anything.
I thought that was weird.
Frankly, it will be
I did. I was like, was her name Roof? I don't remember it being Roof from before.
Spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they
What was her
want.
name
They
before?
want us quiet.
Wolf, Megan Wolf.
Wolf, Megan Wolf. Now it's Megan
They
Roof.
want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
I see them.
But
did you know 3,000 people die?
You haven't noticed that
every year from
little
red
things
meat?
are off for some reason?
That's a lot of
Yeah.
people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
she's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snuggle.
We need decisive action.
He's got a big ass sandwich, and he's.
We need
Did you see that?
and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. Oh my god.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health. So the system can...
It's a careful balancing act, you know? I need to get just enough right to keep the bar up so that when I want to get shit wrong, I have some leeway, you know? Wait, how did she throw up she threw something at him even though they're ostensibly in separate rooms. They're not in the same place. They're connecting through Zoom or some shit. But she threw a pillow at him.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food.
Real food?
Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
I couldn't care less. I don't care what anyone says. My way works, and also you're going to...
Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that.
Man.
It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. But my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing this sort of resourcefulness would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign. It says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that is like, that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine. I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in the bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound? What was that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks, right.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh shit! Fucking! Listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fucks! I'm too talented to die! Oh, what the hell? Okay, it's fine.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
What?
Thank you, Patrick, for that report. Showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this.
Shut up, Jeremy.
You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes.
Dave here. I've run into a few problems getting back, although not as bad as yours. Looks like you've got one loose in the studio. Whack it on the head if it gives you any trouble. It's pretty bad here too, mate. They've got all board. Captain's down. Worse, chef's down and we're out of rum.
What? They're in the studio? Wait, look at the sun.
Yeah. That electric shock did something to you.
Stay calm, for God's sake. Panicking makes you less productive, and that makes Bozeman sad. Protect network equipment at all costs. We have literally hundreds of employees, but our budget is limited. We ask you to do the right thing and value our property over your personal safety. If you're working from home, please refrain from taking meetings on the toilet. Even if you're not going, we can still tell from the way your voice is all echoing. A reminder, the dress code is still in force. I can hear a tie on a conference call like a baby in a vacuum cleaner.
No, I'm not.
And finally,
I'm not going
remember,
The fuck?
I don't
public
have
are
to.
scared. They want information.
No, you're being
They'll
child.
consume anything we tell them.
I'm not.
So let's not waste time
I'm
on
not.
fact-checking or integrity.
I'm not.
There's money to be made, and Papa wants a taste.
Huh? No.
Bozeman out.
5, 4.
Yeah, you haven't shown anyone.
We have something a bit different for you. We have something a bit different for you. But it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense. People overrule those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see you.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that. Actually. Yeah. I think I heard.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah. You called during nap time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy. Thank you. This.
She's turned off the trip switch, Alex.
So.
Oh, well then, what a fantastic
You gotta fix the switch on the left.
Fix it.
Win this once in a lifetime prize, Jimmy.
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you, both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie. Tell us
What can I say? My name is Angie, always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get these shambles on the way?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Hartleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am.
You have Sonia on the line.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman,
Samuel Coffee Cup, you don't say.
Carpetburn, amongst others.
Jody Carpetburn?
And how's the
Really?
lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow,
What?
that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
I wouldn't call that standard
Where
stuff, no.
are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
Overwhelmed yet?
A little bit.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been
Stupid
working on
fucking-
some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Get off the phone.
Child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers.
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I'll punch this guy in the
I
face.
think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
do the
yes,
bear.
yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale
A bunch
of
of more.
Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb.
T-high.
The trees are closing in. He can't even
Probably.
face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to...
I wanted to know what happens if I turn the power off. Whoa, what was that? Was that a plane? That was a pineapple plane.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit.
Take away from this. What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very
Dancing.
repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all. I can only apologise
What?
in advance for what we're all about to endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old
Isn't it obvious? You are in a coma.
What's that? I'm in a coma, yeah.
You're in a coma.
Obviously, this is not real. Like,
But that's cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon.
I got a trophy.
Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house. Ended up in a bedsit where he can't...
They do something where they pass stuff between each other's video screens, and I have no fucking idea how they did it so well.
And he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thanks all for what I'm sure is bound to be a classic of children's entertainment. But now,
You should listen carefully to
let's
this.
see how it's really done.
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a moment
Oh
talking
my
to you
goodness,
directly.
Megan! Didn't know you had talent.
If you will, just for you, Alex. You see, I know you think it's got
Just for me?
back at the old homestead, but back at the old homestead.
Oh, what happened?
You like to think you got the family rules, but feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's nobody fooled. You clearly love your daughter more.
You clearly love your daughter more.
You like to think you've got it under control, but if that was your goal, you better roll. Did you have a future? Did you have a future? You clearly love your daughter more. Now Chris and Sam are broken, 'cause you're too scared of the law. And Charlie's getting angry, locked behind
I'm listening to that.
Susie thinks you're perfect with that holiday abroad. And I
What the fuck?
What?
It's just amazing to me that they have a whole song that's very specific to my choices. Like,
There is about 20 different versions of this video
So we have time.
based on every specific choice you make.
We'll be back
And she's in a different costume each time. I
Wow.
got one where she was dressed as the devil.
and I'll be naked? She just said she'll be naked.
What? Oh, just give me that beer. I'm fucking-
Play an advert! Play an advert! Quick!
But I wanted to broadcast Megan drinking a beer.
What is this piss? Do you think I'd be happy with that? You're out of your mind.
She has a completely different accent when she's off the air or when she's drunk.
Hello? Alex?
Yes?
You wee crackhead.
I'm not a crackhead.
Wake up!
Wake up, Alex! Alex! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Loves labors hugged. Some rude words were broadcast. An interference-free show. Oh, that's nice. An exceedingly poor edit. You played one advert too late. Well, no. I'm happy with my choices. Channel 1 hates me. I know.
So yeah, you got electrocuted, and that was all. So they actually they were ready to film the next chunk of the game, but
lockdown
COVID
happened.
actually happened, and so they pivoted and did that instead, and then built it into the game.
Wow.
But yeah, there's 8 different versions of that video where she chides you and your choices with your family, each one
In
being
song.
a different. No, just that one was a musical.
Oh, so only the one You Love Your Daughter More is a musical. The other ones are different. Okay. I was
Yes.
like, wow.
And she's in a different costume
to
every
write
time.
different songs for every choice. That would have been insane. Oh, I'm in a hospital. Family. Reassuringly familiar sight. It's news.
I, for example, got Megan was dressed as like a devil lady, and she's like, Alex, you've been making such nice choices for your family, because I let my family do whatever they wanted to. I didn't want to be too like demanding. I gave the passport. I let my daughter go away on a trip. I let my son join the thing. So she chided me for making what she deemed safe choices, and I should do something a little bit more for myself or something.
I thought I was nice to Alex too. I let him go out with his friends, but then when I woke up and it was midnight and he wasn't home yet, I went to pick him up. I guess that's the reason they're saying I love my daughter more, is because I didn't trust him. I went to pick him up, but it was midnight and he wasn't home yet.
No, it's because you didn't let him join the advanced Boy Scouts.
I did let him
or
join the
whatever.
advanced Boy Scouts.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you picked the other one. My bad.
I'm pretty sure I did. I'm positive I did. Feel a hand on yours, gentle but reassuring. Sam, there with you always. Her expression understandably concerned, somehow more affectionate than ever. Chris chimes in from beside them. See, Alex is fine. We missed the game for nothing. What an asshole. You and Chris still aren't on great terms, and it's hard to miss the tone of disdain in their voice. You remind yourself this isn't about Chris and squeeze Sam's hand, smiling them. Or say, really? I'm not awake 5 minutes and you're already being a dick? I should say that. Alex, that's not... Sam starts to protest, but as always, Chris butts in. No, it's fine, Sam. I don't know why I bothered coming here. I'll see you all later, Alex. Chris spits as they leave. Sam sighs, shaking their head before following Chris out, calling after them. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie squirming uncomfortably. Gaze. Susie abroad on her trip? Why is she not? As soon as you turn to look at him, you see Charlie tense up, his fear on his face. So, you're definitely good, right? He finally asks, quickly looking away. I'll be fine, Charlie. Leave the blanket alone. Of course I am, buddy. There's nothing to worry about. Charlie looks at you and grins, one of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your... Smile fades as you notice your mother staring listlessly out the window. Despite all your best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. You okay, Mom? Mother starts shocking her out of her reverie. Turns to you and smiles, grateful to see their recognition. Yes, dear. Of course, how are you feeling? Smile warmly and nod, but before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and asks you for what feels like the 100th time how you're feeling. Surprisingly well, all things considered. Excellent, there's no sign of any real damage. A bit of shock to the old system, pardon the pun. Not that we'd recommend you do anything like that again, of course. After a couple of days rest at home, you should feel sure to leave, but stops at the... Oh, in the private room and care, Doctor gestures to your room, which you now notice looks rather expensive, has all been paid for by Mr. Bozeman. He left those flowers and said not to worry and to take the rest of the week off. He'll see you Monday, apparently. Seems like the least he could do, considering I got here working his stupid faulty equipment. Well, that's nice that it didn't cost me much to be in the hospital.
I think at day 200 and something, you're going to hit the next broadcast. So after the next couple, I don't know if you wanted to end the stream or not, but you're free to do it here.
Yeah. It only lets... Does it only save at specific points and times, or what? Oh, it lets you save after a broadcast, right? The option to save and quit is after the broadcast. That's...
You can quit now. You're probably all saved up.
Find out. I quit to the. How are they?
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Challenge room. Oh yeah. Okay, so it saves after every day. Okay, it's good.
What a wild ride this has been.
What a wild ride this has been. The time loop. So I noticed that one of them is like a Groundhog Day style time loop.
I have no idea about that.
Oh, you've not played the DLCs?
No, I have not.
And neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
Oh wait, what happened?
But now you start to see, yes?
Oh.
People never happy. It's never enough.
I don't know what I did there, but apparently I unlocked the time loop just by clicking on it.
It was probably warning you about something before you did.
Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Jog off!
Bits of your life.
We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Well, this is an exceedingly fun game, and it's a lot longer than I thought it was. Fear.
We're only getting started.
Well, that was fun. I had fun.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines
Thank you for playing it with me, or sitting in with me,
You're welcome.
and joining me on that that journey.
You've basically finished Act 1.
Act 1, yeah, was did you also get knocked into a coma?
Yeah, that always happens.
Oh, that
That's
always
part of
happens. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what if you don't touch the shocked buttons? What if you play? Like, I thought it was because I touched too many shocked buttons.
No, it'll always happen right at the end because they had to film the next bit during COVID.
Right. Okay. So, like, even if I avoided touching the buttons, it would still
never a
explode
whole
in my face.
podcast you're gonna miss. Like, it's just the stuff that happens during it will be different. The interviews and the adverts and the dialogue between segments.
So when I chose not to go in that weekend,
Slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
if I had chosen to go in that weekend, there wouldn't have been a broadcast there that I ostensibly missed.
No. That's just
it was just gonna be like you
You
fought
get
with
more
your
money or
wife and you got more money. And
Yes.
I see.
Yes, exactly.
I see. Well, it's a fun game, and I definitely am gonna play more of that. And love to have you join me for more of that, Tyler, because your commentary made the game more fun.
Absolutely.
We'll do that some other time. But if anyone is watching, we've moved on from Christmas Adam into Christmas Eve. We started this stream on Christmas Adam. It is now Christmas Eve. So happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate.
Yes. Hanukkah actually starts now.
Hanukkah starts now. Today is the first night or day of or night of Hanukkah. It's
Yeah,
not. It's
last
8
time it
nights,
was
right?
November.
We're still vassal slaves.
It is. Yes.
I only know that because of the movie 8 Crazy Nights.
That's insane. Menorah has 8 things on it.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Well, I had fun with this, and we'll do it again sometime. And happy holidays.
Indeed. Happy holidays.
See ya, everyone.
Well, that's a very blunt